Thank you for rejoining us as we continue this exciting musical odyssey. Next, the orchestra will perform the Symphonia. Then Sydney will return to sing the Natalie Cole favorite, Inseparable.
Inseparable. That's how we'll always be. Inseparable. Just you and me. It's so wonderful to know you'll always be around me. Incredible. That's what you are to me. Incredible. You bring out the woman in me with your style of love. Inseparable, yes, we are. Oh, we're like like a flower to a tree, like words to a melody of love. Ooh, and there's no way we could break up. No words that could make us blow a thing, 'cause we are just inseparable. That's how it is, inseparable. For the rest of our years, and it's so wonderful to know you'll always be around.
Join me in congratulating Sydney on such a powerful performance. Aretha Franklin's version of How I Got Over is the most popular arrangement sung by black church choirs. She recorded it with the Southern California Community Choir in 1972. The advanced orchestra will close their portion of the concert playing the traditional gospel song, How I Got Over. Please be patient with us as the junior orchestra enters the stage. Now, Sinfonia's combined orchestra will present the final phase of the concert, playing excerpts from the Little Hip Hop Suite number 1, Medulla Oblongata, Chromatic Aberration, and Staminosis. David Robinson composed these pieces that will appear on the Bounce TV series The Color of STEM. Likewise, David named them accordingly with scientific, technological, and mathematical titles. He will expand them to publish and sell to school orchestra programs all over the world. All of these hits will be recorded by Sinfonia. The combined orchestra will now play Keep Your Head to the Sky. This is just a taste of what is to come in Sinfonia's upcoming spring concert commemorating Earth, Wind, and Fire's band leader Maurice White. Sinfonia is an orchestra that maintains African American musical culture, ensuring its relevancy for our youth by classically archiving music of our greatest musicians and using it as an educational tool. Closing the concert on a high note, the combined orchestra will play the sound of Philadelphia's Soul Train theme in memory of Don Cornelius and Barry White's Love theme. Symphonia appreciates Barry White's emphasis on stringed instruments in the forefront of his music. In addition to accompanying vocals, his Love Unlimited Orchestra created hits of their own. On behalf of Stillwater's Youth Symphonia Orchestra, I would like to thank you for your continued support. We have enjoyed spending this historical evening with you as we reflected on just a fraction of our African American musical heritage. During the coming months, remember that Black History is more than a month. Continue celebrating our rich heritage year round. Always wishing for you love, peace, and soul.
Still Waters Youth Symphonia under the direction of David E. Robinson III. You all were wonderful. Thank you, Symphonia. Is Mr. Von Harris here from Atlanta Dream? Did he make it this evening? Okay, we will move on. David Robinson, please come forth with your brief remarks.
Thank you. Let's give our students another hand. I want to thank everybody for coming out, supporting our students. In the field of classical arts and music and dance, I just want to mention that there's some, I see my relatives out there, my cousins. Will my cousins please stand? Huh? Okay. Alicia, any of Alicia's cousins here? Who's that? Stan? Huh? Oh, that's Stan. All right. Yeah. Speaking of my cousins, some of my cousins were Atlanta Public Schools teachers, and you probably heard recently this year they cut out band and orchestra in a lot of the schools, especially in the black neighborhoods. And it's a shame. You see all of these hip-hop artists on string instruments, and the school officials claim that black children would not be interested in playing string instrument, but as these artists keep coming out, I think that if you have a program for them, they'll come. But it's a travesty and saying. I just want to say once again, our performance showed that black children can do more than dribble a basketball, rap, and step. Playing a musical instrument and singing and dancing is truly something in today's society that must be recaptured. Our special guests from Morehouse and Agnes Scott have added so much special magic. Where is Sydney? Is she out here? Sydney? Okay. All right. Okay. And also, I'm glad that Jared is here. And thank you very much, Jared. And like I say, we have always celebrated Black History every month. Sometimes our Black History concerts would either be in March or April. We had our March into Black History Life concert one year. A couple of years, we had April Showers of Black History one year. So we have Black History year round, and I'm glad of that. And Jared, I just want to thank you. And Morehouse, I would love to let you know Morehouse is heavily represented here. I'm a graduate from Morehouse. All the Morehouse gentlemen, please stand. Oh, we've got some more Morehouse men. All right, okay. All right. Look, we obviously do oh, never mind. Okay. We have several that helped us out in the orchestra as well. And I just want to let you know you're a minister. Did you like all those Negro spirituals and traditional gospels that we do? You know, the black churches have gotten away from that. They have taken out the baby grand pianos. They've taken out the Hammond organs and replaced them with stacks and stacks of keyboard synthesizers. And they're driving us senior seasoned citizens away. Well, I play for a church. I'm at Hoosier United Methodist Church. I'm the organist and one of the choir directors over there. See, there's a baby grand piano, and there's a Hammond organ there. There's also a pipe organ. A lot of black churches that had pipe organs, they yanked them out too as well. But I'm glad you appreciate the music and acknowledge that Black History is every month. All right. It says something about the hip-hop suite, or just snippets of what will be expanded later on. I just want the parents to please stand. Parents? Yeah. Okay. I must say this is the best group of, and some of them just came on board and had their kids join the orchestra. We have new students up there who started playing as late as October. But I just want to say that this is the best group of parents, and we're looking for some greater things and everything because we can go far. Of course, we had a good time playing for 50 Cent yesterday. And let's see, as you know, instead of traveling to the U.S. city for a national music convention that costs a whole lot of money, we're taking trips to Jamaica. Next year, it'll be another Caribbean island, and that's far cheaper than some of those in the United States, staying in $175 a night hotels plus tax, $50 a night for parking and all of that. Well, that's not going to happen in Jamaica. I just want to thank Kalila Mack, our alum. And where's her husband, Rashid Mack? Is he here? There you go. All right. He's going to help me out with some beats because I've got that generic beat on the keyboard. I said I gotta have the real thing for some of these hip hop tunes. There are a lot more. I've written a lot more, by the way. And I can't say enough about my wife, who holds this organization together, makes the phone calls, returns calls, wait for people to return her calls, order items for Sinfonia, picks them up, makes deposit, does the decorations, just everyday operations, ironing dashikis. But this time she had help in ironing all of the African attire that we had. But when we see the finishing product, we see that her work is not in vain. Next Saturday, we will be traveling to Toccoa, Georgia to perform for the city of Toccoa. Parents, please confirm with Mrs. Robinson before you leave. If you haven't, the bus has been ordered. There will be no rehearsal tomorrow, but we want to make sure that you all are coming. We'll probably play the same music. And let's see, I think that is it. I'm going to, I wanted to name names of parents, but some of them are so new, I don't know all of the names. So, and that's a good thing, to get to know them and get to know them by the works that they do. I will leave the remaining comments to my wife, Alicia. She will acknowledge those people. Thank you.
I just would like to say thank you to the parents, because without you, none of this could be done. We are very grateful that we have some extremely helpful parents at this point. I'd like to say thank you to all of the students. You were magnificent. We would like to say, again, thank you to Pastor Sawyer Jr. and to all of the Morehouse men. You just made such a difference in Sinfonia. We hope to see you around a lot more. And I believe Mr. Ken Rye is coming up on stage to make an announcement. Now, Mr. Rye, this is what David Robinson just told me, so blame it on him and not on me, bringing you to the forefront.
Did you all enjoy that concert? Did you enjoy the show? Please give it up one more time for Maestro Mack over there, as well as Maestro Robinson. I'm one of the newer parents. My son Zachary just joined Sinfonia, and one of the things I learned about being a new parent is they put you to work. But, you know, you have to admit, though, this is a wonderful program. Where else do you hear a string orchestra playing Barry White, playing the sounds of Philadelphia, doing tributes to Natalie Cole? You know, quite frankly, it was very hard-pressed to get those types of tributes during the Grammys for both Natalie Cole and as well as Maurice White for Earth, Wind, and Fire. So this is a tradition that we actually own. It's amazing when you look at the wide cross-section of the types of musicians that are up here and where they're coming from. And with all that said, we need your continued support. As they mentioned, they have been working really, really hard to pick up every gig possible to fund the trip to Jamaica, but we still need to do more. So when you get the opportunity, if you have a chance to either just check in and possibly make a donation up front, or if you can check in on the website at sinfo-nia.com, please make a donation so that we can keep this program going. Also, please tell your friends and your family, because there are a lot more great performances to come. Thank you.
Thank you and good night. Oh, musicians, please stay on stage. We need to take a group picture.